Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network and iHeartRadio. Welcome to Hunting for Answers, a true crime podcast. I'm your host, Hunter, and today's case takes us way back to September 10th, 1971, and centers around a 22-year-old civil rights activist and trailblazer. According to some accounts, she accepted a ride from a stranger, while other sources suggest she was abducted while waiting for a bus on her way to work. She also happened to be the first Black homecoming queen at a predominantly white university in the South, and her death remains unsolved after more than 50 years. This is the story of Lynn Eusan. Lynn Cecilia Eusan was born on October 11, 1948, in Galveston County, Texas, to Ida Mae Boudreaux Eusan and Wilbur Thurkield Eusan Sr. By 1968, Lynn had become one of the first Black students admitted into the University of Houston, or UH. With a bright smile and fierce determination, Lynn wasn't just another student. She was a revolutionary. While studying journalism, she co-founded the African American Studies program at UH and helped establish the Shape Community Center in 1969. She was also a charter member of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority and even played in the university's marching band. But Lynn's activism went well beyond campus activities. She had even been arrested a few times for demonstrating. All of this during the civil rights era. November 1968, the University of Houston Astrodome. In a moment that shocked the nation, Lynn Eusan was crowned the first African American homecoming queen at a predominantly white university in the South. She beat 5 white candidates in a victory that sent shockwaves through the segregated South. The shock that she was actually named, "It was fantastic," recalled her friend Jean Locke, who was there that night. The Daily Cougar newspaper called her election a symbol representing UH's defiance of the wall of prejudice. But not everyone was celebrating. Lynn's crown wasn't just a tiara. It was a statement, a declaration that change was coming to the American South. She used her platform to fight for social justice, leading rap sessions and presenting demands to the university president that included things like an African American Studies program, more Black administrators and instructors, increased financial aid, and better wages for maintenance workers. There were other Blacks who felt as I did, and who were facing the same problems I was. By organizing into a group, we were able to make our problems known, Lynn once told the Houston Chronicle. Her activism made her beloved by some and despised by others. September 10th, 1971, Houston, Texas. It was a rainy day, and Lynn, now 22 years old and a recent graduate of UH, was walking to her job when the rain started. According to some accounts, a stranger offered her a ride. In that split-second decision to get out of the rain, Lynn's fate was sealed. However, other reports say she was abducted. Nonetheless, whatever happened would leave a family devastated, a community outraged, and questions that remain unanswered till this day. On that morning, a Houston police car was struck by a 1971 Chevrolet sedan driven by a 26-year-old Black man named Leo Jackson Jr. When officers approached the vehicle, they found Lynn Eusan in the back seat, stabbed 6 times and fighting for her life. She was rushed to the hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Jackson claimed that a hysterical Lynn had attacked him and stabbed herself, and that he was rushing her to the hospital when he crashed into the police car. However, the evidence told a different story. The medical examiner's report was damning. Lynn had been stabbed multiple times in the back, wounds that could not have possibly been self-inflicted. And Leo Jackson Jr. wasn't just a good Samaritan trying to help. He had a lengthy criminal record with 14 prior arrests for sexual and other forms of assault and armed robbery. The evidence became overwhelming. The case seemed open and shut, but in 1972, after a trial that shocked the community, a jury acquitted Leo Jackson Jr. of murder. How does a man with all of those arrests get acquitted of murdering a civil rights leader when the evidence clearly showed she was stabbed in the back? Lynn's friends and family were devastated. Her close friend, Jean, had said it was a shock. It still is a shock. When the word came back, we were just in total disbelief. Tragic, very sad. Many in the community believed that racism played a role in the verdict. Here was a young Black woman who had dared to break barriers, to challenge the status quo, and to wear a crown that some felt she didn't deserve. After the acquittal, no one else was ever charged in connection with Lynn Eusan's death. The case remains officially unsolved, a cold case that has haunted Houston for more than 5 decades. Lynn's death certificate simply states she was stabbed in the back. Her niece, Andrea Eusan, says the family has never gotten closure. Her death left an indelible mark, Andrea said, but then so did her life. In 1976, 5 years after her death, the University of Houston dedicated Lynn Eusan Park, a 4.6-acre park in the center of campus where diverse groups gather, just as Lynn would have wanted. In 2018, nearly 50 years after she helped create it, the university finally approved a bachelor's degree in African American Studies, the program that Lynn fought to establish. Lynn Eusan was so much more than just a homecoming queen. She was a journalist, activist, advocate, organizer, and a trailblazer who helped change the face of higher education in the South. She wanted to bring social justice not just to the UH campus, but to the surrounding communities and beyond. Today, more than 50 years later, Lynn Eusan's murder remains unsolved. The Houston Police Department lists her case as legally open, though no active investigation is currently underway. However, in 2013, Leo Jackson, the man who was acquitted of her murder, had passed away, taking away any secrets he might have had along with him. Lynn's case leaves a list of haunting questions. Was she targeted because of her activism? Her crown? Did her pioneering spirit make her enemies? And will her family ever truly get the justice they deserve? One thing is for sure, Lynn Eusan broke down walls and opened doors that can never be closed again. Her death remains unsolved, but her impact is undeniable. My thoughts and prayers are with the family of Lynn Eusan. Anyone with information about her case should contact the Houston Police Department. Their contact information can be found in the description box below. As we close out this episode, don't forget to click the follow button to stay updated on this case and others like it. Be sure to subscribe to Hunting for Answers on YouTube and follow us on Instagram and TikTok for more true crime updates. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode. Until next time. Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network. For more podcasts from the Black Effect Podcast Network, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.